Hi friends from Miss Courtney's class. This is Miss Debbie, your occupational therapist. I want to talk a little bit about posture while you're writing. I put something on Google Classroom about how we want kids optimally to be seated when they're writing. They should be at 90, hips at 90 and knees at 90 and feet flat on the ground. Optimally, you know, it's hard to find chairs and tables that are going to fit your children as well as that. And that being said, that's ergonomically optimal, but we have some of our kids who can't sit still when they're writing, and that's okay. If they want to stand up when they write, if they want to sit on their legs, that's okay too. Just know that it may affect their handwriting, and you pick your battles. You know, if you can get them to sit still and write, great. If you can't, don't make a big deal out of it. So that ergonomically is the best way. Now, we also work on pencil grasp. There's a lot of different ways you can hold your pencil, but when we're working on children who have difficulty with handwriting, we want to give them every advantage that we can. And so sometimes the way they hold their pencils is not, again, we're talking ergonomically, the most effective and the best way to hold a pencil is called a tripod grasp. Some kids do what we call a quadruped grasp. But what we want to do is we want to get finger motion. We want to be able to stabilize the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist on the surface to be able to get fine finger movement. Okay, some of my kids want to hold it, some of them still want to hold it this way, and you're not going to be able to get fine finger movement. You're mostly going to be getting movement from the elbow or the shoulder, and maybe the wrist a little bit. So some of my kids want to hold it like this. This is called a static tripod, and you're not really getting fine finger movement. And when we write, our wrist is a little bit extended, okay? So the kids who have the bent wrists have a really hard time writing. That's why we get, them forming letters from bottom to top rather than top to bottom. If your wrist is a little bit extended, then top to bottom is much better. And we try to teach them top to bottom, counterclockwise to make their letters. So that's why we do wall push-ups. Another thing you can do while they're writing is tape paper up on the wall, because it's a lot harder to flex your wrist when you're writing on the wall. You've got to be able to extend your wrist to write on the wall. So you can tape it up with a piece of cardboard to make it nice and flat if you've got those knockdown walls. Use an easel, tape it on an easel. I will use a 3-inch binder, and I'll put the paper on the binder so it's up at a little bit of at a slant. So those are some ideas of some ways that you can help your child to get the better pencil grasp. Please call me or email me if you have any questions about your specific child, and I can help you out any way I can. Take care.